So the right information can set you free. The wrong information can kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I hope you understand truly what I'm saying. Okay, people operate off of information.
I have one question, Mike.
Yes, sir.
You talk a lot about like information and how important it is. And I know in the videos you always say like you have to operate off the right information. What are some tips you could give for like applying the information and to stay on track on like the things you know you have to do?
There's an unfortunate situation that happened recently in the last 3 months. You guys know me. I'm straight up and down. I'm transparent. I say shit that people advise me not to say. Like my coaches, they'll see some of these tapes and like, Mike, you can't be putting yourself out there like that, bro. That some of the shit you say is liability. Not offensive. I'm sharing trade secrets. I'm sharing what happens behind the curtain. To the point, we had a gal that was a huge fan of this academy and what we do and the whole movement and all this shit. She's still an awesome person. One person said something to her, just one thing. They said, Mike Barron is this, the company's going down. I found this about him. And, you know, I looked up the reports on him and this is what happened. This gal got that information from one guy. This one person took that information and was like, oh my gosh, I've been in bed with the devil. What happens is bullshit just starts happening. And now I'm like the devil and I'm the biggest freaking, you know, con artist that ever lived. And it just got crazy. One little piece of information hit that girl's line and that was it. And this gal, up until the point, loved me. You asked a question about the information. This is what I do. Okay, I say this, but I'm gonna say it again. Okay, listen, would you take marriage advice of someone that's been divorced 6 times?
No.
It's stupid, okay? So the very first thing I do, I'm like, okay, like what is the credibility of the individual? What do they actually achieve? Number 2, I look at the information. And then I say, does this information actually like make sense? Does it make sense for me? Just because it's Mark Cuban, also shit, I can't just take everything Mark Cuban says. He probably got divorced 3 times too. And I'm gonna take marriage advice from him. So I'm like, what's the validity of the individual? Okay, does it even make sense, the information that I'm getting? Once it makes sense to me, the third thing is, I'm like, okay, this is where I get cold now. This is where I get fucking nasty. This is how I'm different. I take that information and that shit becomes law. That becomes principle. That is as real as gravity. So now I operate off these things, these stable pieces of information. And that's why I'm certain about topics I choose to speak on. Because I know it's like, dude, that's gravity. You're out your damn mind. The sky's red, the sky's blue, bro. Who's saying it? What's their validity? Does the information make sense? And after that, it's law. Okay. But also, let me give you this. We're still talking about information. Raul, you and everybody on this line, this little bar could change your life. You have to stand guard at the door of your mind. You can't let any little fucking joker say something to you and it just blows you off. You're like, oh my gosh, my wife's a bad person. You're gonna believe your wife you've been with for 10 years versus this freaking random guy? People do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
That's the bar. Do you understand? Go to YouTube and look at the comments. People that are successful, they stand guard at the door of their mind. They don't let any little bullshit just in.
Bars, that's good.
The difference. Okay. Guys, what is up? It's your boy Mike Barron. Thank you for checking out the channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you don't, I'm gonna come through this computer screen and close you up my damn self. Let's go. I'll see you at the top.